ZBrush isn't scary. Part 1, Basics.
Hi there, welcome to the course ZBrush isn't scary, and this is the second video of this playlist called Paletes and Saving. In this video I want to explain what is the palette and what is the subpalette and different modes of saving your documents or your project or your tools and subtools. So let me just start. Menu is a thing, we just name it palette in ZBrush, and subpalette is a submenu. Let me just show you what does it mean. You can see there is a lot of tags button here, like material, movie, picker, preferences, or you name it, just a lot of things. Just beside this button we call it subpalette, like config info or custom UI, or you just name it quick save. They are a subpalette, and we have a different subpalette. When I work on just 2D thing, you can see it is a 2D, it is still a 2D, and if I just click on make it poly 3D, we have more options here, we have more subpalettes here. So let me just clean my canvas by Ctrl+N. Let me enable my gas key here. Sorry. So I said if you want to just clear your canvas, just press Ctrl beside N and you just clean your canvas, and I make it 3D. So in this palette I have a lot of subpalettes, like subtool, which is most important, and you will work with these subpalettes a lot. Subtools, geometry as well it's a very important thing to work, and I will explain you the subpalettes in geometry, like Dynamesh or ZBrush, or modify your topology. Just I want to skip it to the future lessons. And you see, sometimes you want to just work on subtool and geometry beside them, and you want to just make both of them open at the same time. By default, when you click on one of them, the others is collapsed, and it is maybe just make it not sense to you. Just press shift and click on other subpalette. You have both of them open at the same time, and you can make it on different subpalettes, and like this. I want to deformation is open beside surface, geometry, and subpalette. So this is subpalettes, and this is how you treat with subpalettes. And you can see there is 3 shape here, just like an arrow, and when you click on it, let me just click on this. By default, I don't know you have brush here or not, just let me make it disabled. When you click on it, you see there is a box here, and it's make it open like this, or you want to collapse it. And why the handler is here, it just help you to make your own custom UI and more space to just add your palettes and subpalettes or buttons here, and it will be very handy if you just want to add subpalette here. And there is a way to move your palettes by just click on palette, and you see a white circle here. Just click on it and move it to the side. You can see I just want to add color added here. I just want to add color here, and maybe the brushes. So you can see I just expand my UI, and this handler make more space to have the palettes at the right or left side. And you may ask yourself, I don't want to just hold shift and click on other subpalettes, and want to just make it by one click and make it by default open others. So there is an option in preferences. Let me just move my preferences here, or you can just hold and drag this circle to the side divider. And in preferences, you see there is interface subpalette, and this interface has a lot of options like palettes. By default, the palette is collapsed. Let me just open it, and you see there is options called one open subpalette, and it's just for subpalette. Let me explain. When you just disable this thing, you can just open other subpalettes beside the others. I don't hold shift, and just I want to click, and you see they work very fine if you disable it. And there's two more options here, right tray and left tray. There is a hint, right tray auto collapse. And what does it mean? Let me just show you. Add other palettes here, like I don't know, Z plugin. When I click on its subpalettes, they work very fine. Oh, sorry, let me just disable it. When I click on their subpalette, they're open and work very fine. And there is other thing, if you want to make other palettes open beside the others, like now I click on tool, and you see this is still open. And if you don't want to see this thing, just click on it and make it enable. You see, when I click on other palettes, the others is collapsed, and this is made by these two things. This is for right side and this is for left side. So be aware, if you want to just make it collapse by default. You can see I want to make in brush color is still open, and there isn't brush open, and by holding shift nothing does work. Just make it disable, and yeah, you see they are both opening at the same time. So let me start the last thing I want to explain. This is the saving, because ZBrush has several ways of saving your work, and each serves a different purpose. Like you want to just save your tools or documents or files or brush. There is a lot of things. Let me just start by big one, saving ZPR, save your project. If you click on file and save, let me just hit it. You can save your project here, and it is a ZPR file. It will contain all the tools, model and subtools, documents, your canvas size. It will be, remember, when you just open it on your computer or other computer, background and colors or whatever you do, light, and it has a lot of pros. But the cons thing is it is very large and sometimes slow to open. So if you want to just save all the things you do, history, lights, materials, subtools, whatever you do, just save it by file and saving. And there is the other option. If you want to just save it light, you just want to save your subtools, you can find the save as here on the tools palette, and it just save whatever contain on your subtools. Let me just add other object, and whenever you just save it by clicking on this button, you just have these two subtools, and you don't have any light or document size or render setting or whatever history you have. You just save the subtools, and they are working very well, and they are separated, not a single object. But the cons is you don't have any other details and data with your saving. And the last thing is a saving from a document. When you just click saving on document, there is two options: save tools, work as well this here, and save documents. Save documents is if you want to save a render, a still image, not a 3D thing. It's just a still image, and it grabbed this image and you don't want to save it as a PSD or JPEG, and just click on save and save it wherever you like, and it's ZBR file. It's just a document and a still image. And lastly, I want to explain something very important. If you have a shortage on your memory, and you want to just make it not quick saving by ZBrush every minute, just go to preferences, and you can find the subtools quick save here, and there is options. So the first thing, say maximum duration. The maximum duration of ZBrush is still open, and you work with it, and every 20 minutes of your work, ZBrush save your file. And if you just leave the ZBrush and go to do other thing, every minute do a saving. So if you want to just make it more, just drag to every, I don't know, 10 minutes or 11, or make it more on the first one, and remember to go to config and store your config. That's a way ZBrush, when you just open ZBrush again tomorrow or next task, ZBrush remember this thing, and you just don't have to do it every time you open your ZBrush. And I will explain how to create your custom UI on next video, and told you to how to make it more comfortable to have a custom UI, and share mine with too. So to recap, in this video I told you what is a palette, what is a subpalette, Palettes is a thing and buttons you can find here. You can, for example, brush, documents, files, preferences, and Z plugins or others. And the options in there, sub menus or sub palettes, let me say sub palettes, and there are a lot of things that work alongside this palette. And I said how to control to have multiple sub palettes open at the same time by holding shift and click, or you just go to preferences, interface, palette, and click on and disable it by clicking on open one sub palette. You can just disable it and it is open all the sub palette at the same time. And there is two other options, right tray and left tray. When they are enabled, it means when you have a palette here, and when you just change and click on other palettes, the others is collapse. If you don't want to see this, just make it disable, and you can see both of them is open at the same time. And I talk about saving, and there is a lot of options for savings. There is a file save. It's a bigger thing and it's contain all of the things you do, like light, textures, history, subtools, whatever you name. It contains this thing, and there is a lot of pros, but the one thing is you may have a large file, and if you are working on HDD, it may open very slowly. It is very large, like 2 gig for per document. And if you don't want to have this thing and you are shortage with storage, you can just go to tools and save. You just save your subpalette, you just save your subtools. And the cons is there isn't any data about the history, light, textures, whatever, and they're just gone, and you have a light version of your project, and you can just work on these subpalettes. And the pros is you have these things on the subpalettes. When you open it, they are not a single object. I mean, they will not merge it. You still have these options separated, and you will work on it, but there is any history. And the last thing I told you about the document saving. It just save a still image, not a 3D thing, but it contains the lighting and textures. And personally, I don't use the document saving. And if I want to just screenshot my thing, I just hit on a screen export, screen grab here, that I will explain it in the next video by custom my UI. And yeah, that's it. And the last thing, if you just share my videos, you just make me more positive about making more videos about ZBrush or other softwares, and I just want to grow my channel. And thank you if you share it or subscribe and like it. Goodbye.